Apple have been somewhat cursed in their AI efforts, and today is no different. Apple are shelving their Vision headset revamp to prioritize Meta like AI glasses. Now, this was the Vision Pro, Apple Vision Pro headset. This is a picture of it on display. Now, this was really hyped up for a long time about being like the next interface that people were going to use and wear. And I think it just ended up just not really hitting the sweet spot. It's quite expensive, it's very clunky, and it just kind of didn't hit the market that they hoped. So it looks like they're going to be shelving it and then prioritizing these Meta-like Ray-Bans with AI built in and cameras. Now, here's the story. This is on Bloomberg. Apple has paused a planned overhaul of its Vision Pro headset to focus on developing smart glasses that can rival Meta's Inks products. The company is working on at least two types of smart glasses, including one that will pair with an iPhone and lack its own display, and another with a display that can challenge Meta's Ray-Ban display. So we saw that coming out from Meta the other day, where you've got a neural wristband that you can actually control, and you have a heads-up display inside of the lens that can display messages, directions, and other app notifications. Looks like they're going to be working on a pair of them to see if they can compete. Obviously, Meta's got a head start here, but Apple are pretty good at building hardware. Apple Inc. has hit pause in its planned overhaul to the Vision Pro headset to redirect resources to a more urgent effort, developing smart glasses that can rival products from Meta. The company's been preparing a cheaper, lighter variant of its headset, codenamed N100, for release in 2027, but Apple announced internally last week that it's moving staff from that project to a different one to accelerate work on the glasses, according to people with knowledge of the matter. Smart glasses have emerged as a critical arena for tech companies, which are racing to develop AI-centric devices. Now, this just randomly ended up being the correct form factor for a next generation AI product because people like wearing glasses. Even if you don't need reading glasses, you probably wear sunglasses. Now, if you can have AI built into the things you're already used to wearing, that makes sense. Unless somebody like Love From and Johnny Ive et al. At OpenAI can come up with a brand new device that wherever it goes, you're going to end up wearing. Glasses feel like a really good fit that are slightly less bulky than these bad boys. The company is working on at least two types of smart glasses. First one, dubbed N50, will pair with an iPhone and lack its own display. Apple aims to unveil the model as soon as next year, ahead of its release in 2027, said the people who asked not to be identified discussing internal matters. Okay, we've got a leak. Apple is also working on a version of a display, something that could challenge the just released Meta Ray-Ban display. The Apple version had been planned for 2028, but the company is now looking to accelerate development, the people said. Okay, even with the shuffling of priorities, Apple remains well behind Meta. Yeah, Apple Intelligence, a lot of efforts have kind of not landed and definitely not scaling up or getting any sort of adoption like OpenAI, like Claude, like Anthropic, like Meta, like Google. So they're playing a bit of catch up. It'll be interesting to see if they catch up with this, but currently they're a long way behind the puck, in my opinion. Last month, Meta refreshed its non-display glasses with improved cameras, longer battery life, and new designs tailored for athletes. This was all their latest new release. This is this one. For Meta, which had a mixed record in hardware, smart glasses have provided a new foothold in the devices market. Yeah, the Meta Ray-Bans, they might end up being the Apple AirPod sort of adoption curve for them. Obviously, AirPods are a monstrous product on their own, and Meta Ray-Bans seem like they could be heading the same way. But Apple are working hard to turn things around. They're rebuilding Siri, planned for early March, and a whole new range of devices like glasses, speakers, displays, and cameras. But they're going up against everyone. Everyone seems to be making new hardware. But don't bet against Apple. It might surprise you. But yeah, I think the Vision Pro probably missed the mark quite considerably before.